Assalamu alaikum, how are you guys, and welcome again to this course. And in this video we are going to talk about the data types in TypeScript. So I'm going to create a new file here and I'm going to call it, let's say, data_t and .ts, and let's begin with it. So as we said before, this TypeScript has static typing. That means we can force the variable to store a specific value. And how we do it? Let's begin with the Boolean values, the Boolean data type. So I'm going to call this one is done, and we put this the two dots, and we say Boolean, for example, and I'm going to give it a true value. And let me create another one, is not done, also from the type Boolean, and let's try to store a number. As you can see here, when we try to store a number, it did give an error. So let me give it false, and here let me print this in the console. So console.log, is done, and we can do it like this. Is not done, is not done. Okay, let's try to print this one. As you can see here, it did print true and false. So let's move to the next data type. It is a number. So let's say in this call, let num1 be a number, and I'm going to give it 25, for example, and let num2, it will be also a number, and I'm going to give it a decimal number this time. And let's try to print both of them. So console.log, again like this, and then here I'm going to print num1. Let's copy this one and let's print num2, and let's check what is going on here. As you can see, yeah, true, false, 25, 99. So let's talk about the third data type, which is the string. So let name be a string, and I'm going to say it is Omar, and I'm going to print it console.log, and I'm going to give the name here. Let's run this one. As you can see, it did print Omar. Let me clear the output, and let's go to the next one, and it is called any. So let me say let dynamic be any, and any can store anything. So it can store a number, console.log, let's say dynamic, and again I'm going to say dynamic equals, let's say probably console.log dynamic again, and let's run and see what would it do. As you can see, the first time 15, the second time I can also store a boolean, a true or false, into the dynamic one, because any is actually any. We have two another types. The first one is null, so let me call it null value from the type null, and I will give it null. And also we have the undefined and undefined value from the undefined type, and I will say it is undefined. Let me print both of them. Console.log null value and the console.log undefined value. So what is null and what is undefined? Null means it's empty, it has nothing. However, undefined means we have declared the variable, but we did not assign anything to it. This way it is undefined. So let me run this one. Again, as you can see here, null and undefined.